guys, it's Queendija, and in today's video, I will be reacting to episode 70 of Aikatsu Friends. Okay, before we get started, I think what I'm gonna do, because, you know, we have to talk about the ish that came out a couple of days ago. I'm gonna wait until the end of the episode, after my rant and everything, to talk about it, because I do have a lot of questions about this Aikatsu on Parade. Don't get me wrong, I am hella excited for this, and I think it's going to be the best thing for Aikatsu, literally having every girl from every series all together, plus a new girl. I mean, but like I said, I got my little opinions and questions on things, but I'm not going to address it until we get to the end of the episode. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started with episode 70 in 3, 2, 1, go. Also, I got spoiled on this episode. Really, the performance. I didn't get to see the whole performance. I saw, like, I want to say 10 seconds of the performance on Instagram. So, I stopped it just in time, or I scrolled up just in time. I saw where it looked like there was, of course it's I Believe, but I think there was an ice phoenix and a fire phoenix, and it looked gorgeous as hell. So I cannot wait to actually see it. Got it. Yeah, but you can only do that with Alicia's help. Mm-hmm. You know, honestly, I kind of figured this was going to be the episode that I Believe was finally coming back into stardom together as a friends unit. Okay, here's one thing I have about Aikatsu on Parade. If they're like, okay, since they're gonna have all these girls together, especially some of them are in friends units, would they go back and forth between solo units and then maybe being in like an 8 unit? There's so many things that they can do, and there's so many things that I want to talk about with it. But like I said, I'm gonna wait until the end of the episode, because, like I said, I have a lot of questions after rewatching that preview like over 1,000 times, and how in the world they're going to do this. But I just want them to be accurate with this show and be truthful. I mean, the fact is that it's coming out this year. Like, I was thinking this wasn't coming out. It wasn't coming out till next year. I was like, whatever it is, you know, it ain't gonna be out till next year. So we're gonna have to wait a whole freaking year. But season 3 technically is kind of coming early, and I think it's good. Or would you even call it season 3? That's the biggest thing. Okay, but then the thing is, how? Okay, yeah, Hibiki and Alicia, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but and she's only doing it because she wants to be in top form for, I believe, and being finally together with Hibiki. Mm. Well, Hibiki, you're gonna get your wish by the end of this episode, hun. Yeah. It could be because you're not ready. She could be Lily's mom or sister, but I can't. Yeah. Plus, what if she wants to spend time with you? Yeah, I mean, she's a phoenix rising from the ashes. You got this. But see, Alicia is me. Like, I'm not one friend. Like, no, go on without me. Just go. I'm gonna catch up, and then I'm all the way at the back. Mhm, mhm, Also, you're both your biggest cheerleaders, no matter what you do, whether you're doing it together or apart. You don't hold Kagayaki back. You run at your own pace, hon. She doesn't really mean that because, I mean, come on. A preview. And they belong together. Mm-hmm. Of course. You would be more fulfilling being with her instead of on your own. Mm-hmm. And literally after this conversation, the sun's gonna shine. Watch. And you need her. Mm-hmm. Told you. So basically a song. Mm-hmm. 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 Got tickets, of course. Mhm. This is gonna be so good. Even though I only saw 10 seconds of it, I already know it's gonna be really good and I'm really excited for this. Mm. I'm sorry. Nope. I'm done. I'm done. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Like, I'm sorry. This is it. This is like, no. We're not even, we're still at the start of this. Did you see the flames? Like, what can you do? Goodbye. Oh my god, I can't. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm gonna die now. Like, oh my god, this is too freaking beautiful. This gives me feels like when Mizuki came back in like season 2 and she just like rocked it and stuff and I was just like crying. Oh my god, like that was fucking beautiful. Jesus, like um y'all gotta step up, honestly. Mhm. Oh, flowers, basically. Yeah, that's sweet. Oh, Aine. It took literally like how many episodes? 50, like 20 episodes, I believe, to finally get them together and to perform together, but it was all worth it. Even though, it kept going up and down and up and down on the very interesting roller coaster of I Believe. Finally, they made it back together and they're, officially a unit again. Thank God. But it was a really good episode and I loved the song. The song was beautiful. The performance was beautiful. The stage was beautiful. Everything about it was freaking beautiful. Like I said, it gave me feels of when Mizuki, that was when Mizuki finally came back because it had been a while since Mizuki was talked about, and then there was a poster, and Ichigo was all like, "I wonder who that." Like, I feel like I know that person, and I was like, "Yeah, you do," because that's the best girl. That's the queen of the freaking show. As much as I love you, Ichigo, I was like, Mizuki, my girl. Yes, and then I cried like my eyes off, and I cried for like 2 days straight because she was finally back and there's just like everything. But I mean that's truly how it felt to me with this episode. Like every episode literally had someone else performing and then when you finally get to see Alicia by herself and Hibika by herself so at the beginning of the season, you're just like waiting for these two to come and then it happened. They became one and it was so good. Like ugh. Hmm. Oh, it's just the same thing. Okay, show me the preview. Hold on, wait. Are they trying to say? Wait, hold on. No, let me go back. Are they trying to say that their managers are together? Yeah, that's what they're. Oh my god. Well, I mean, honestly, it would make sense because, like, if we go back to it was last week's episode, and how, well, really, honestly, ever since Sakia and Kaguya have come in and their managers have been talking a lot. First, it was more of bickering in a way, and now we're kind of going into possibly a romantic thing because look at last week's episode and then going into this next current episode that's coming out. They have a lot of, like, chemistry. There is a little bit of sexual tension there, but not as much because, Aikatsu's gonna make it, rated G. They're not gonna have, like, this, that, and the third and everything in it. But I think it'll be really good. I mean, they look cute together. I'm just saying. And, you never know what could truly happen. I still would love for Aikatsu in general to go into the romance of, couples because they technically really did it with freaking stars, but they didn't really go more in depth with it, especially with dude from M4 and Yume and Subaruku. And the fact that, Akko had like the biggest crush on him, and then in the end the one other guy from M4 like was kind of really teasing Akko, but I feel like he had like a crush on Akko as well. We all kind of freaking knew that and stuff. But I think it'll be good for them. You never know. Honestly, I think, with Saki and Kage, of course, since this is going to be an episode focusing on them, they're going to have the performance next week. I think they're going to perform the song that they performed the last time where they were in, I think, their unit dress and everything with the unicorn. Either the ballerina one or it's not the unicorn one. The ballerina one, Choo Choo Ballerina, basically, freaking almost Black Swan in a way, slash maybe Ugly Duckling, or it's the dresses that had like horns on them. I don't really remember, but I don't know. But okay, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Aikatsu on Parade. My number one thing when I saw the trailer, because I stayed up all night and I didn't go to bed until like 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. After because I was playing The Sims and I was like waiting and it finally came out and I was like, ah, and everything. My biggest thing was, I remember hearing that first Wakaba was going to be the main protagonist of the next series after, possibly everybody else was graduating. Then this last week I heard, before I saw the trailer and then the poster, that we were getting a new girl. So my biggest issue was, why give so much character development to Wakaba and kind of give us this thing oh yes, Wakaba might be this next girl who's going to be the main character, like how Akari-chan was after Ichigo left, and then kind of bring in this brand new girl. So it kind of makes me think that the new girl and Wakaba will possibly be in a friends unit. And then the biggest thing that I'm also thinking about it, because as of watching this trailer 1,000 times, I'm wondering how they're going to do this. We all know that this show, or really this series, in a way, it's in the same time frame. It's not like, okay, Aikatsu, even though Aikatsu was made in 2012 and we're now getting ready to we're in 2019 going into 2020, it's the same timeline. It's all in the same. So, this is Aikatsu, this is Aikatsu Stars, and this is Aikatsu Friends. They're all together. And I'm wondering how, because there's I think it's over, I want to say it's over 30 girls right now. I mean, you're literally counting everybody, and even the girls who were in groups like Poo Poo Pudding, not Sakura or freaking Atome. It's the other girl who was in that the cop show with Aoi. Is she gonna be in the show? They had PVs coming out for every single girl from Aikatsu to Aikatsu Stars, and of course they didn't do any for Friends because we know everything about the Friends unit. It's just going back and looking at the old ones. I love the fact that they did the girls for Dream Academy, because I feel in my opinion, I don't really remember that much of Dream Academy from OG Aikatsu. I do remember Sora, Maria, the one girl, blonde-haired girl whose name I can't remember, and Seta. Seta, I was iffy. She reminded me a little bit of Ichigo, but the fact is she was more of a rocker instead of a, kind of girly girl-esque who likes pink in a way, and almost because she was the polar opposite of Ichigo in a way. So, I mean, because I know the person who voice actor also did Sota and Kobayashi and a couple other things that I've seen. But my biggest issue that I'm kind of wondering as of right now is how in the world you're having all these girls from 3 different series come into one big series, which is going to be the best thing ever, honestly. Now I'm kind of waiting for well, technically, no, they already did it. Pretty Much technically kind of did it in a movie, and I think they're going to continue with the pre-Chan-ish that I haven't watched anymore. I don't even know if I want to continue the show, because it's still, I feel like it's just going downhill for me with that, and I haven't watched an episode since, I stopped watching the show and stuff. But I feel how in the world are you going to give every single girl their moment to shine? It's going to be honestly, when you go back and look at every single episode from every single series and how little or more some girls had a lot of more attention, or at least you're sitting here now wondering, you're putting all these girls together in one roof, in one show. How are you going to do with all these dang girls? So at the same time, now I'm kind of really feeling it's going to be how Season 3 and Season 4 of original OG Aikatsu was, where Ichigo and friends were really there for a certain amount of time for Akari-chan and her friends, just to be like a guideline in there. Now, I could be wrong with everything because as of right now, we really don't have a lot of information. I mean, we just got this announced on Saturday. It's officially, it's Monday for us, but for Japan, it is now, it's also Monday, but it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon there. So, I mean, I'm hoping that, like, within these next few weeks coming up, that they do give us a little more information on it. Just saying that, yes, all these girls that you loved from Aikatsu up to friends, they're all going to be together. They're all going to be doing a lot of things together. And it's going to be really interesting. Like, my God, I cried at everything to see every girl with someone else. Like, seeing freaking Kirathian and Atome together, which, because they're very similar. Seeing Hime and Kaden together. Seeing my best girl, Mizuki, with Hibiki and Elsa, like, that was freaking amazing. That, like, blew my eyes. And the biggest thing is, like, there are a lot of voice actors who are, like, gonna be doing multiple roles because, like, the person who plays Ichigo, she was Tsubasa in Stars. And then she's also, Coco in this. So it's like, of course, Coco's going to have a moment. And I'm just wondering how the heck they're going to do it. There's so many things that they could do with this show. And to make it the best series in the Aikatsu, universe series and such. But, I mean, because of the fact is we don't really have a lot of information on it, it could go either way. And then who knows how long the show is going to how long it's going to last. Is it going to last for a year, 2 years? Are we really considering this like even though technically this is the season 2 of Aikatsu Friends, do we consider Aikatsu on Parade the season 3 of Aikatsu Friends? Or do we just call it something else differently? Would this officially be a newer series instead of like, okay, here's season 1, or no, here's like arc 1 of Aikatsu, arc 2 is Aikatsu Stars, arc 3 is Aikatsu Friends, and then this could possibly be the arc 4, aka Aikatsu on Parade. But honestly, I'm really excited for it because, I mean, it's gonna be so good because literally I was like thinking, oh my God, my other best girl, Aoi, is gonna be like talking to Lily, and then you like all my girls are just gonna be interacting. All my gothic girls that I've loved from the beginning are all gonna be together, and I'm gonna freaking die. All like the sexy girls, the cute girls, the poppy, like everyone's gonna be together, and I think it's gonna be really fun to have all these like different / same energies around each other, and how each girl can, learn from someone else. Because, when they did it during the second season, the second season, or really some people could say one whole season of Stars, but when they did it for season 2 of Aikatsu Stars, and I remember it like it was yesterday, and after I was done, I was crying because I was like, I dreamed of this happening like ever since the start of Stars, and to have it happen was amazing. And how much Yume learned from both Akari-chan and Ichigo, and how in a way Ichigo and Akari-chan learned something from both Yuzu, even though, freaking Luminous didn't get to do a performance and such. I mean, they showed an improved, like, animation of Ichigo performing, which looked gorgeous as heck. So, I mean, it's gonna be good, and it's gonna be amazing. I felt like the animation is gonna be top tier. It's not going to be probably like anything that we're currently seeing now. Like, there's going to be a point when October comes, like, we're gonna look at Oji Akatsu and everything else, like, that came after it, and we're just gonna be like, wow, look at that, and then wow, look at this, like, look how far they've come. Like, I mean, Aikatsu in general, the animation, like, going back to that very first episode and have the 3D was, for me, a little wonky, but I still accepted it. I have seen a lot of bad CGI shows. Like, I still, in my opinion, I will sometimes say that season 1 of, not Pretty Mata, what was that damn show? The freaking Let's Dance Together, go for it, Pretty Rhythm. Yes, Pretty Rhythm. There we go. Thank you, Deja. Oh my God. Season 1 of Pretty Rhythm, in my opinion, still by far has like the worst animation, but like season 2 onwards, it was top tier and I freaking loved it. And then Rainbow Live was the best. That was like number 1 because it's the best season. And if you haven't seen King of Prism, I've seen like a little bit of Kings of Prism. Watch King of Prism. It's good. One of my friends from Japan made it and it like did the background for it and But I mean, honestly, I think it's gonna be a really awesome thing and I can't wait to see it. I think, October is my birthday month, and literally, when I saw the trailer on Saturday, it was a really nice present after being on YouTube for 3 years, and to have the show officially come out in October, that is going to be the best birthday gift for me, like, ever, but I can't wait for it. But other than that, guys, that is my reaction to Futurist episode 70 of Aikatsu Friends. If you guys enjoyed it, please give me a like. It really helps me out. Also, subscribe to my channel. I make videos every single day. Join the Mattress Squad. And of course, I will see you guys officially all maybe next Sunday. If, this comes out earlier. If not, I'll see you on Monday. I kind of wished that what they really did with this, but I think because of the fact is this came out on Thursday, they could do it with 71's episode is kind of really give us like every single week a preview, like maybe not like an extended preview, but like new previews and stuff like of things that we're going to see on Aikatsu on Parade. But I don't know. We ain't really gonna know until October, which, it's not really that long away. It's like around the corner, and I'm getting super duper excited just thinking about it even more. But like I said, I will see you guys officially all next time. Bye, guys.